welcome back to Planty Point of View. My name is Janeth. This is going to be my second video on YouTube. Super excited. I believe today we are going to set up the cabinet behind me. We are going to try to set up this cabinet as a higher humidity cabinet for some of my smaller plants or my more rare plants. That way they can kind of grow faster. I'm eventually hoping to get a heat mat for some of my propagations, and then also adding maybe like a water fountain, a mini tabletop water fountain, so that I can add humidity. But for now, we're just going to get the lights set up, try to see if we can figure out the cord situation, maybe add a couple plants in, make it look a little aesthetic, and then move on. So I'll be giving y'all updates as to how it's going. So I think it'll be really good. So this is not the typical Ikea Millsbo cabinet. This one is called the Ikea Fabrikor cabinet. I will have to put the name on the screen. But this cabinet I actually got at a Facebook Marketplace selling office supplies, and so she was closing down an office and had a couple of these cabinets. I only managed to ask for one, and so I actually didn't pay the full price for this cabinet. I believe I paid $75, which is pretty good. So I kind of took it as a chance to see if I could make something neat for my smaller plants. So anyways, without further ado, this is going to be a voiceover type of video, so I'm going to time-lapse this and me setting up this cabinet, and then we'll put some of those special plants in there. Hopefully we can get this all done in one video, and then maybe the next video will be like a tour of which plants I put in specifically. If you have any questions, please leave a comment down below, like or dislike the video. Be honest. I appreciate all honesty. And I'll leave links to the lights and the cabinet down below in the description box. Thanks for joining me again, and let's get started. Okay everyone, I made my first YouTube mistake. I was not recording for the last 30 minutes. So after I said, let's get this setup going, I recorded myself putting up the lights, showing y'all what type of lights they were, and I just now realized, I was like, let me check, because I have a feeling, and of course it was not recording. So we have no footage of me setting up the cabinet lighting. So I will have to go in depth in a little bit, kind of show y'all closer up, but we're at the end tail of setting up the lights. I am not going to drill a hole quite yet in the cabinet. That would be the most ideal and aesthetic. I am going to work on zip tying the wires back to kind of make it look good, and work on finishing the lighting, and then we will kind of continue from there. Okay, so let's do it.
Okay guys, this part's going to be a voiceover. Here I am just looking for the best place to attach the top two light strips. As you can sort of see, that metal part that I'm grabbing is sort of like a lip. On the top of the cabinet there's like a viewing window of glass. And so on either side of that I wanted to hide or try to camouflage the light strips. So I'm gonna try and see if I can test the lighting to see if it's gonna work the way I have it connected. Okay, it looks like it is gonna work, so we're just gonna continue and find the tape. This is double-sided tape that the lights came with. Looks like I got some hairs on it there. I think that's why I rolled my eyes. Okay, moving on. We're gonna cut strips. I seem to be going pretty short on these strips of tape. I later find out that it's probably better to use more than less. As you'll see later, some of the lights fall off multiple times, so I have to double layer the strip of tape. So anyways, I'm just attaching 2 pieces of tape to either end of the light. And then to get the little double-sided part to work, you have to take off that red part. And that's probably the hardest. I edited because it took forever. So there goes one, and here comes number 2, maybe. Moment of silence. And nope. There we go. Perfect. So now, like I said, I'm going to push up on the back of that cabinet metal lip on the top, and that is where I am going to attach this first light. I'm so sorry about the angle. I don't think y'all can see anything but me, but it will get better, I promise. So let's move on to light strip number 2. Oh no, I'm sorry. It looks like we already finished that part. So now we're moving on to zip tying, or attempting to zip tie the excess wiring on either side. Again, so sorry about the angle. When I get down lower, I move the camera, so hopefully that'll be better. Okay, and this is sort of fast forwarded, so it does take me that long to get up. And moving along, this is the sort of a better view that you can get. Here I am again working on getting that cord zip tied to the top there. I learned that maybe doing some loop-de-loops helps if you can get it close enough. And let me tell you, it was difficult to do this. I don't know if it would have been any better to use something different, but this is kind of the only thing I had, and it works pretty well if you learn how to use zip ties correctly. So here goes try number 1500th. And I finally got it. Okay. See that part there? It kind of takes some maneuvering, but that part of the cord is very difficult to get to stay. So like I said, I'm kind of looking for something different to do, but until I find that, I will continue with this method. So here we go.
Okay guys, now it's time to zip tie everything up and fix this light that fell. So we're gonna get our tape this light up more because it is having issues. I'm having issues. Haha, we are having issues. Let's see. Just gonna double layer it, see if that'll help it. And I lost my scissors. 1 second. Oops. Don't break your cabinets. Don't break your glass. That's a good goal. Okay. Let's do the other side. Maybe this way it'll be big enough to grab on to the top of this. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I gotta check that we're still recording because it has been cutting out. Now we're just gonna take the top of the tape off and stick the double-sided tape and the light to the top of the cabinet. So on the top shelf, I have 2 lights, 2 strips, I'm sorry. And then on every other shelf, I have 1 at the back. I kind of wanted a uniform look, but I figured I do need for light at the front. But because the top of this has like a metal piece on it to where you can't see these lights hanging, I thought it would be best to do the 2 lights at the top. Kind of hides them. So let's take this off. This may take a while. Play that Jeopardy song. Okay, oh, I got it. Okay, there we go. Now we're gonna stick this. Figure out where I can stick it best. Probably back here. Try to evenly space it. It's not gonna be perfect, and I don't really want perfection. I think I'll have to find a better way to stick these cords in. That might be the only thing that actually bugs me. So maybe if I could find some like strip covers or cable ties, something better. They're black, so the cabinet's white, it kind of really stands out. So that's a later problem. Right now, we're just trying to get this thing set up. Okay, I hope y'all could see that. So we were working on this piece here, and now there's a light here underneath this lip and one over there. Let's see if we can get these sides taken care of. So what I was doing is zip tying the corners up, which seems to have been working. So I think I'm just going to keep doing that. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, then I'll have to fix it and maybe come up with a better idea. If you have any suggestions for any of this, please leave a comment below. Like I said, I'm kind of winging it with what I have today, so it's gonna be what it is. Like strobe blessing over here. Okay. Or even, let's see, maybe I can. Funny, it's just sitting up there. Let me zip tie it. Okay, and we're zip tying this. There's like a hole here that I have been able to use, and it's been working pretty well. So perfect. Okay. So now from the front, you kind of see this. So we're kind of getting rid of these cords. Like I said, these cords here, I'm going to have to find a way to camouflage more, but either way, you're going to be able to see through the glass and see this. So it's a work in progress with what we got, making it work here. Okay. So let's move on to the bottom shelves. I think here, all I need to do is zip tie this to that side there to see if I can get that through, and then at the bottom I'm going to eventually drill a hole in the corner to send all the cords through, but for now we're going to leave them hanging out. I just don't have the drilling equipment with me.
Okay, and here we go in fast forward motion. I am finishing up clipping all the lights and zip tying to the sides there, as you can sort of see. Then we're going to add some plants. So first we got to clean, quick wipe down, and then start adding plants. Most of the plants that I'm adding are smaller Hoyas, things that are special to me, plants that might need a little bit more humidity. Like I said, I am going to try to add humidity to this later on with maybe a little fountain. And so there we go. Lights on, and just an overview here of what we got. The top of that will be really cute once styled, but none of these plants are in their permanent spot. I added some things that are a little bit more special to me right now, but everything's going to move around probably very often, as I am a redecorator at heart. So there we go. Like you can see at the bottom there are cords that are hanging out. There's cords that you can see. Like I said, it's not perfect, but it's enough for me. And it definitely will help with some plant growth, I assume. With those lights, it also kind of gets a little bit warm, so that warmth might help with growth. I'm excited to see what happens with this cabinet. And there I'm trying to show you the top. Let's decorate a little bit. We're going to add a Tradescantia cuttings. and a little terrarium I can't wait to fill. So there's kind of an overview and I love it. Let me know what y'all think. Please consider subscribing, and till next time, peace out.